Hi, this is Lily Scraps. I'm doing a layout share from a family photo shoot that I did not this summer, summer of 2015. It was a gift from my parents, from my brother and I, for their 45th anniversary. They hadn't had a family photo shoot in a while, so they wanted some nice pictures. And I started working on these pictures in October at a crop of 2016. And my main core kit that I was working with this is I bought the MME Now and Then Milo collection, and the package came with 2 sticker sheets and a bunch of double-sided pattern papers. Then in my stash I had a couple pieces of Echo Park paper. I found 2 branding strips in my scraps because I didn't realize I was going to be videotaping this, so I never really paid attention. So I don't know which paper is the Echo Park, but I know I have 2 sheets in here somewhere. And then I also grabbed 3 or 4 sheets from the DCWV, the Citrus Blue Stack. So I'm going to start showing you the layouts that I started with at the crop, and then to the last ones that I did with all the scraps of the kit. I really killed the kit on this one. So here I have this layout of my daughter, and I'm doing this one-handed, so I apologize if it's shaky. And I had to do this in the kitchen because I just had nowhere else to videotape this. My husband stole my scrapbooking room to do the taxes in, and he won't get out. So I lost my room. So that's a silhouette cut. And I did splatters and sequins and stickers. These ones are the stickers from the sticker sheet. And I grabbed stuff from my stash, like thickers and some labels and things like that. And that was my first layout. So right there. And then my second layout was my niece and nephew and my kids. And I just, again, lots of layering. And these ones are the sticker sheets. And then a ribbon from my stash and a sparkly twine from my stash. I absolutely love, love, love the color of that twine. And some sequins on this, and a little bit of distressing and folding the edges and stuff. And then the next one I did is of my son and my nephew, and I did kind of like large banners going across, and then I stapled with the tiny attacher some twine in the paper, and that twine came from my stash, and a nice little cluster down here. And I have these metal embellishments from my stash, which I think are Tim Hortons. Not Tim Hortons. Oh my God, total Canadian here. Tim Holtz. And I think I've got a French vanilla on the brain. And this I did on my silhouette. And yeah, so just little embellishments. And this here is a layout of my daughter and my niece. And I ran out of sticker doilies, so there was a paper that had the same similar doilies, so I cut out the doilies from the paper to make it an embellishment. Here I put that liquid pearl. And if you look up closely, I don't know if it's going to, I used a stencil and the modeling paste to give it some texture and some splatters, and then the letters I cut out on my silhouette. So just some ripping and distressing, a little bit of inking on the edge. Sorry about this videotaping. It's gonna be really, really dizzy. This is one I did at home. I made this layout at home, and I think I did this at home, or did I do this at the crop? I think I did this at the crop. This I did at the crop in October. And I stitched a great big giant heart with my sewing machine. I drew it with pencil, and then I stitched it. And before I did that though, I cut out all little hearts in the background with my silhouette. I just brought up a whole bunch of hearts, and then I just staggered them all over the page. And then I cut those out and I backed them all up with the pattern papers, the little pieces of scraps. And then I stitched my heart. And then I made this heart here on the silhouette. And then I used up a lot of the stickers to make a nice little embellishment cluster. And I've added enamel dots and sparkly enamels and little clusters here and there. And then enamel dots scattered along the layout. And then this one I did at home. These are the ones I started here at home. So this one is actually one of my last ones. This one here I did, was the next one I did, and I did long strips. And I glued them onto a heart and just cut around it so that it was all even, and then I took the heart and sewed it to my page. And then I made little embellishment clusters, and all these layouts were inspired by other layouts or other YouTubers that I've watched their videos. The twine behind the embellishments, this is from a YouTuber that I watch, and the name is like I can't think right now. Missy something, I can't think of it. And so I put twine in 3 spots. I got some more silhouette cuts. These are butterfly embellishments that were inspired by Maggie Holmes. I made them handmade, and these were embellishments that were inspired from watching Inky Quill, Adele. She made a bunch of little embellishments, but she did more with ephemera, and I just used like pattern paper and punch shapes because I barely have any ephemera at all. And then some of the cutout pieces from the collection, and some splattering. And then the next one I did was for a challenge at Mercer Tierra scrapbook page, Facebook page, and we had to use green. It had to be a celebration, and I can't think of what else was in there. I just know green and a celebration photo. So anyways, I knew that we were celebrating my mom and dad's anniversary. So, and this was the great big photo shot of my entire family, my brother and his family, and mine and my parents. And then I have a silhouette cut. I used some mixed media in the background and some more paper that was cut out. And this was a stamp. This is a close to my heart stamp. And this is supposed to be 45. I have to change that. It's not 40. They celebrated their 45th, not their 40th. And that was that layout, and enamel dots on there too. And then this one was the next layout that I did with scraps, and I was really getting down to the nitty-gritty of scraps. And this layout was inspired by Zoe. Zoe, I'm not good, I can't remember. She's on YouTube. And the border going all the way around is actually just little tiny strips. So you only have to do like not even a 1.5, 2 inch strip all the way around. And then I stuck a piece of 10 by 10 white and then sewed it down. And then all those extra strips, I just made like banners, tags, and they're stapled with my tiny attacher. And I have another little embellishing cluster that was inspired by Adele. And then my title, and another little banners, and then some splattering and some sequins, and another butterfly that I made that was inspired by Maggie Holmes. And then these were Tim Holtz little stickers. So that's that. And I'm rushing because I know I'm going to run out of space on my phone. And this was the last layout, well, sort of last layout, the actual last 12 by 12 layout, and then I did pocket pages. So this one is really getting down to the small pieces of scraps. So I punched out squares, cut them in half, made triangles, and then put them back together as squares, and then stitched. So I did 2 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows of squares. then a long strip with a little thin black strip, and I sewed 1, 2, 3 stitching, and then I layered with some vellum and did another little cluster embellishment here. And then I cut out this big honkin' butterfly, and then I covered it up. Each section is with as much pattern paper as I could, but then I started to run out that it couldn't fill. So here it's kind of like got different colors, but I don't think people will notice unless I say something. And then I have enamel dots and some October Afternoon stickers, and these came from a kit that I had, and these puffy stickers came from a kit that I had from Scrapbook Circle. I added those just because the colors went and I was running out of embellishments. So that's that layout. And then my pocket pages are pretty simple. It was just the leftover photos that I had that were pretty much sort of scrapbooked already, but I didn't need to do one of every one. So the last of the scraps, I just made some pocket cards, and right there and there, and then I just kind of threw the pictures together. So that's, I had some black and white, so I had those in there. They're just different shots and poses, and the photographer did some different kind of background finishes, like some are brighter and some are not as bright. And then I did another little card here, and this stamp is Technique Tuesday. I think it's Ali Edwards, and I did a little cluster and then another little card here to fill it in. See here, you can see it's like it's almost like it's a weird filter on it. The jeans kind of look like it. It's hard to explain, but when you look at it in person, it's kind of fuzzy looking. And then of the kids, and I did another little card, same stamp set from Technique Tuesday, and in this one here too, I just added all these little Tim Holtz stickers on this paper with some cameras. And that's it. That's my whole entire family shoot. We had a great time. This is Northern Ontario, Canada. The town is actually, it's in the bush. You have to kind of be a local to know about it because you have to walk these little trails. But it's up in Cape Royal of Ontario, Northern Ontario. And beautiful, beautiful scenery up there. And you kind of have to follow the railroad tracks and these trails, and it takes you out to these falls. And the photographer never had been out there, and he didn't know about it, so he was trusting us. We told him, and we said, just trust us, you'll love it. And now he's actually, he posted these photos on his website, and then he had so many bookings that families wanting their photos taken in the same area. So I personally think we should have got a commission out of it, but I'm just kidding. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my layout share, and if you like it, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe. And I don't do very many videos, but every once in a while I'll pop one on. All right, take care. Thank you.